Let's have a perspective from Mr. S. N. Rai, co-founder and director of Lava International Limited. I'm sure he has got many things to say because of his vast experience as an industry leader. Over to you, sir.
Honorable guest on the dais and industry and media. मेरे पास कुछ interesting story है. We started our company in 2009 and और आज भी हम इस मंच पे भी यही बात कहने जा रहे हैं. हम सारे लोग प्राइवेट सेक्टर में we were at a very senior, all four friends when we thought that we'll make this company Lava. So हम मोबाइल के बिजनेस में नहीं आना चाहते थे. हमारा विजन था that we would like to do a business of empowerment. Actually हमारे कंपनी का अगर विजन स्टेटमेंट भी देखें, to empower people to do more and be more. और सेक्टर 15A नोएडा जहाँ हम रहते थे, वहीं क्लब में बैठ के रोज ड्रिंक विंक करके पूछते थे कि यार जॉब छोड़ के ना कुछ ऐसी कंपनी बनानी चाहिए जो हमें खुद होना चाहिए. And we wanted to come in a mobile service business because उस समय मल्टीनेशनल नोकिया वगैरह हुआ करते थे. नोकिया before it was sold to Microsoft and अब तो खैर now it's a brand license company. So उस समय हमने सोचा कि ये लोग ना नीचे के लोगों को सर्व नहीं कर रहे हैं. बट हमारे पास बड़े लिमिटेड ऑप्शन थे. हम या एजुकेशन में जा सकते थे बिकॉज दैट वाज अ एम्पावरमेंट. टेलीकॉम में गए बिकॉज इट हैज चेंज द हैबिट ऑफ द पीपल एंड इट हैज क्रिएटेड अ पैरेलल इकोनॉमी अराउंड कि आज आप प्लम्बर से बात कर रहे हैं या कॉन्ट्रैक्टर से बात कर रहे हैं जिनको बहुत से चैनल से आना पड़ता था. दे हैड अ डायरेक्ट एक्सेस थ्रू वॉइस एंड मैसेजेस and that's how we thought it's a business. And chunki multinational don't understand our country very well, and in the bottom third of pyramid there was a huge opportunity. And prior to that, since I have worked with the multinational, I know their thinking, their culture, and somehow their commitment to the country. Because so we believe that we should build our own company, and that's how the Lava was formed. और उस समय हमारा थॉट प्रोसेस भी ये था कि शायद हम अगर 100 करोड़ का भी बिजनेस कर लें तो बहुत ज़्यादा होगा. बट वेरी फर्स्ट ईयर वी डिड क्लोज टू अराउंड 500 करोड़ ऑफ बिजनेस, जो हम सभी के लिए सरप्राइज था. बिकॉज गवर्नमेंट हेल्प, बैंक हेल्प, एंड सम ऑफ द एंजल इन्वेस्टर्स हेल्प ऑन दोज डेज. एंड दिस आई एम टॉकिंग इन 2009, एंड सिंस देन वी हैव नेवर सीन बैक. टुडे लावा इज अवेलेबल इन द 27 countries. In my part of the presentation, first half I'm going to discuss is what Lava is, of course, more from the Lava infrastructure point of view. But in the second half, how Lava see our country and what actually we can do. I mean, I believe this 1 trillion is still a very easier target, I mean, if I see the UP potential, and I deeply research and studied the South Korea, and I see our population, which is 22 crore available, UP alone has a provision to reach up to 3 trillion in next 12 to 15 years time, right? So that's the potential we have. And then I would like to talk that how it is relevant, as today's discussion. Traditionally, importing, putting brand, investing only in customer service. But then whatever money we made, we all invested back to the company, and that's when primarily building our own research and development. Lava is the only Indian company available in 27 countries. We have a complete R&D, right from the tooling to microelectronics to power electronics to hardware, software, embedded, and cloud. Highest value addition we have been able to provide, and that is why the Lava is the only Indian company could survive because of all the onslaught of the Chinese deep capital access which has happened. We have been adjudged as the best digital supply chain company. Lava represented an event organized by MET in Japan also, we were also the front leader to the Prime Minister's Digital India program. We have the entire ecosystems absolutely automated right from the JDA, HANA, like distributor. So even to the last leg, we are deeply connected. So that's how, our journey is that EMS started. In fact, we are the only company who was certified for AT&T United States, and currently we are shipping more than 500,000 devices to the America, totally designed by India, produced by India, and shipped to the US. Okay. There have been many brands you know from the outside, but you may not know that in the back end there is a lava. So like if you see all the GE medical devices, all the ultrasound machine terminals supplied whole world that has been designed, developed and delivered by lava. Also, we have done of course, the Nokia, that also we are producing now, and in fact, now we'll also be designing it. Motorola, we have started designing it, and now even for some of the phone category, globally, we'll be selling it, our product, even on the Motorola brand outside. We also have some development for the Airtel is some customized product. Currently, we are already operating in these countries. The country which I would like to mention, in 2019, Lava was the second brand in Thailand. And same way in the Egypt, we are still number 2 brand. So they are the markets which has really adopted very well for us, right? Currently, we have acquired one company in US, it's called B Mobile, primarily for the Latin America. And maybe the next year, we have a big plan to push our product to the Latin America. So, we also faced a difficulty at the time of switchover from the feature phone to the smartphones. Since the feature phone, we had a very high value addition. A smartphone, we have a relatively average value addition. We got the hit because of the competition. And that's where we thought the only way to fight back is to invest more in R&D, more in design, and that is how we can fight back to all the smartphone things. There are some of the product, which we have developed is payment and backing, that is for the feature phone. We also got the best innovation award from the Microsoft and also from the government of India. For the health also we developed infrared thermometer during COVID time, just to do the quick things. Now, this is something as a countryman we all must know. And I think it relates with the UP also. Since right from the 1840 to 1860, maybe the Siemens, Nokia, Ericsson's, Bench, because there was a world war, so the entire manufacturing went to the Europe. Okay. 1900, US also started manufacturing, mainly in the automobile, which called Ford, IBM, Motorola. These are the company which were formed. And now today, when US outsourced everything to China and South Korea and Japan, and post that, if you see from the post 1980-85 onwards, US is producing only bubbles, 2000 bubble, 2008 bubble, and now current stagflation bubble. Because you are making innovations, but you are not having an infrastructure of manufacturing actually making weak. And the think tank, the US, now they are thinking, they are flying back, now they are investing, subsidizing robotics manufacturing, they are trying to pull back to the manufacturing. So it is so relevant from that point of view. 1940-60, same Toyota Japan. 1960 was a LG Samsung, one of the company I was part before I was part of Lava. Then, as gentlemen already said, 1976, 1980 is what the Foxconn, Acer and many Taiwanese industry came, and they got a significant share on the terminal business. Once upon a time, they used to hold clearly 74, 76% of entire terminal production was only by Taiwan. Then the era of China came because the skill transfer has happened. This year is now, at least this decade is for India. And There has been a global champion who have already signed the PLI scheme, is a like Apple, and there are other competitive manufacturers like you rightly said is a Dixon, and there are many other companies. But as an Indian champion, we have also signed up even for the entire manufacturing value chain that goes to the component, R&D, and competitive manufacturing. So there is a differentiated scheme was given to Indian champion first time in 1991. Till then, our previous government, maybe because of the WTO signatory and there are other issues, I think they've never focused that much. But at least current government has taken a very tough stand that they have to protect, they have a feeling of nationality and they must build a domestic company. And that's where, they given a qualifying criteria for a domestic industry is much favorable than to international companies. And that is required because A, we lack infrastructure, we have a very high cost of capital, and third is our society at large also needs some support, So such schemes are actually going to help, and we are sure that this PLI will take lava to a different league. So, in a design interactivity, technology, business viability, design innovation become at the center. If we do the innovations, and I was so sure that, there are few people have just got the award, small innovations are creating a big impact. And the best part is that we are recognizing and we are encouraging, and that's where the stand-up, one very interesting idea where even state government is following for a startup. In the US, there is a company called Y Combinator. They also they have the representation in all Harvard, Berkeley, Stanford, Purdue, Texas, all top 20, top 30 institutes. They, right from when the kids are in the second year or freshman year, second year or third year, they are investing to small angel investments, And if you are creating a pipeline of investment of 20, maybe even if 10% gets succeed, it become nearly a multi unicorns, So that's where, such innovations where the academia and the industry relationship as should have been, actually our country lacked it, Now we are also approaching IIT Chennai for developing certain sound codec. We are also trying to buy some chair at IIT Delhi for building some kind of a security protocol. We are pitching a product to our army people that, you should have a absolutely more secured phone, encrypted phone, that's a hardware-based encryption and decryption, So these are the things which is actually possible to develop the indigenous technology when the Indian academia and the industry works together. So that has been our core function in the design, right from the ID, mechanical design, hardware design, software, all we do it ourselves. That's where, sir, I would like to need you guys' attention also here. See, there are some resources already available, for the vision of 1 trillion. One of is that the potential of high value addition of the PLI 2.0. Major shift of supply chain from chain to India from China, because China forget about the diplomatic issues or forget about zero COVID policy. Per se, even the wedges advantages also have gone. Even China labels today is costing $320 to $340, which is maybe 40-45% more than India. But when you see the productivity, Indian productivity is 1.3 from China. Because that's where we have a study when we did a production here in India. So because of this advantage, people are seeing that it's a viable place for us to invest. And why? They are not coming out of love. All the component ecosystem which are planning to shift, and we must ensure that they should come to our cluster in Noida, so which is currently 42%. I think government data was 45%, but in our estimate, because of the export growth, I believe we have a potential to go to 65 to 70% in Noida alone. Over the last 3 years, the export of the smartphones have gone around 139%. And going forward, where the Apple, the entire movement is going to happen in 2023 and the 24, so by value, and then maybe we are also enhancing our capacity, and then there are many other companies who are shifting our OEM business to us. We believe that export opportunity will continue to be around 140, 150% next 5 to 6 years' time. So data is a new currency of digital empowerment, and terminal devices like mobile, tablet, router, IoT, RFID sensor, these are all terminals. So unless you don't have a terminal, you can't capture the data. Okay. There are some challenges like Honorable Speaker spoke about that the data protocol, something is available on the PDF, something is not even converted digital, right? And all those data, and then you have to convert the data, and then you have to make it to a multiple format of written accessible. But then it actually will change the life. Rather, there's a lot of governance which we are doing at this moment, okay, which is still not a semi-automated, still, but now the technology will actually transform. What will happen in the 5G? The predictive analytics will work much higher when the moment it goes to 5G, because you don't have a problem of the speed and bandwidth. So that's where the real advantage you are going to get it. Actually, you all are going to up for a surprise when the various applications are going to come on the 5G. Because some visualization to a various international forum, like I saw in Japan, and also I saw the way in the US, even the entire traffic systems, even entire traffic monitoring system, then also their punishment and penalty, everything is all faceless. And rather, if you're moving from your home, and if you're going, I don't know how many people have actually got an experience of an autonomous driving out there, and now with the next Tesla plate and the new platform which has come that is fully autonomous, and every automobile industries have also announced it, maybe not in 2023, 24, but 30, 35, and the kind of road infrastructure and everything is happening. So much of the robotics investments are going to come. There's so much of the other mechanical automation, microcontroller, database conversion, the entire traffic industry will be. So all the human race which is available for us currently to build, the structure which we are trying to do now will also require much higher value add job, and that kind of an investment we have to do. Industry normally have a profit motive, right? So their capacity to take a deeper risk for the purpose of social, I have no guilt to accept it. It's moderate, But when government takes such stand, where it has a deeper risk, but they have a responsibility to manage society very well, so that's where the public-private partnership is very, very critical. So I see a very big opportunity out of the ITIs of Uttar Pradesh, And my suggestion is that if we can do something to enable all the ITI around here on certain specific domain knowledge will also help, because the kind of number which we are talking about should be able to create around 65 to 100,000 jobs fully skilled, you know. And those boys, even from a smaller places, if we can create that kind of on a specialized industry-specific training right at an ITI level, that will create our further competitiveness and productivity both, you know. So there are few courses which I suggested in case if somehow it can be created a part of them, you know, it will be a very great help for the industry. Like maybe the new courses like embedded, power electronics, precision tooling, mechanics, you know. Then there is some of the sensor, color optimization, quality systems, grading. So these are the small courses which will enhance their ability, and industry requires such skills in our companies, right? And another significant role is to a women empowerment. We find that there has to be a special provision for women to be given more incentives, you know, so that they can come, because they are very, very relevant and they are very productive for the electronic industries. And the last, that's where I need that there has to be in a design excellence lab, which my request is that if state government can consider on certain bit of a corpus where the cluster is formed for the purpose of the design validation, training, excellence, and then the future capex equipment. Maybe if we want, we can do a public-private partnership where some industry can also put some equity and government can also put some equity, and we can create those kind of an excellence, and whole industry can get benefit. This is a absolutely replica model what Vietnam and China has done for their industries, you know. So this is one of the suggestion, you know, I would like to make it here. And I see a potential of nearly $220 billion in next 3 to 4 years, which is close to around 20 to 22% of the 1 trillion. 250 to 60 billion is, I see an current GDP of the UP, you know. We are not very far for a 1 trillion. This is absolutely a doable number. And we really have to structure out and shape it up so that we can work together. Thank you very much.
Again, as I was saying that this kind of conference always give you a new idea, and also we try to get some time to look back how far has been the journey, where we have reached and where we can go. We all are trying to realize the vision of $1 trillion economy, and I'm hopeful deliberations made today, both by the policymakers and industry leaders, will give us some good opportunity to think to achieve that goal. Thank you so much.